Welcome, 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 guys. Welcome to the Beverly Smith Show. Great Thursday. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. I am super excited to be before you all today. Have an amazing show for you all. Um, and really looking forward to our guest that we have coming up today. Just give me 1 minute. I am putting this video up for us because it's so important for us to promote what we have. And I am super excited about Mama Safe Haven You Go Girl Female Transformational Conference. And super excited about what God is doing in the seen and unseen. Awesome. So just giving God all of the glory, guys. It is a thankful Thursday. And I am thankful for BlackUSA.news. I am thankful for all of the things that they're doing and what we have going on here at BlackUSA.news and BeMore.com, and excited to be able to be a part of, something that's bigger than myself. And I think that is something that really helped push me forward. I get a lot of questions about people who from people who ask me, I've experienced some trauma and things in my life, and they say, girl, how are you able to just pick up the pieces and keep going? And one of the things that I always think about is that God won't put nothing on us, too much on us that we can't carry. And I always try to stay focused on those things that I can have control over, and things that we just can't. And so that's important. And just giving God the glory for what he has, because I truly believe everything happens for a reason. And my motto is that there is nothing missing, nothing lacking, and nothing broken in our lives. So just knowing that everything is a flow, and I am super excited, guys. Again, y'all know me. If you don't, my name is Beverly Smith. I am a native Washingtonian here in Southeast DC. I'm a Southeast representative. I'm proud to be from Ward 7 and Ward 8. Lived in both areas. And Mama Safe Haven, I'm the founder. We're a nonprofit organization, and we encourage self-love, higher education, and self-employment by offering a support bridge to those in need of resources to get to the next level in their lives. And we do that in partnership with DC Housing Authority. We in partnership with the Alliance of Concerned Men. And DC Housing Authorities has provided us with space. So they gave us a nice, great space. We have 2 apartments to be able to provide free programming to the community. Right now, we're activating the space with our Resilience Academy. In partnership with Mr. Marco Price Bay. On Mondays, he comes in and trains our youth on how to cut hair, and they get their hair cut. He also does chess lessons with them as well. So super proud of our young men, and definitely appreciate the partnership with Mr. Marco Price Bay. And we will actually be honoring him with a Black Wall Street Award this Saturday, guys. I'm super excited. It's so much going on. But this Saturday, October the 26th, from 10 to 4, we will be at the Thurgood Marshall Center for a service of heritage. And we are super excited about what is going down, guys. We have from 10 to 1, we're doing our You Go Girl conference. From 1 to 2, we have the premiere, okay, guys, of our mini series called Dream Big Anyway. It's a short film that we created this summer with our youth, in partnership with the Marenbury Summer Youth Employment Program. So we will be showing that. And then in partnership, of course, with my brother, Donnie Glover, we're hosting our Black Wall Street honoring, like I said, Mr. Marco Price Bay is very deserving of this award, and excited to give that to him. We're also going to be honoring one of my mentors, Mr. Isidore Williams will be receiving an award. We're also excited for one of our amazing sponsors, Ben's Chili Bowl. Ben's Chili Bowl is a proud sponsor of Momma Safe Haven, and we will be honoring them this Saturday with a Black Wall Street Award. So we are super excited to have the Ali family in the building this Saturday. So it's going to be, I'm telling you guys, this event that we have coming up is going to be amazing. Again, it's our 7th annual You Go Girl Female Transformational Conference, and it's going to start off with a nice prayer breakfast. We're going to do like a performances with our youth. We're going to do some prayer, and then we're going to go straight into talking about the different things that we have in our community and how we can best utilize. I really feel DC is a one of those cities that have a wealth of resource, and the real thing that I think that we have to do is really connect the people with this information so we can best utilize the services and better, get better for our buck. Okay, guys. So it's no reason for us doing things if they have services in the community that can support you in those areas. So that's what we're going to start out with, is just sharing resources. And so then we're going to go into, we have Miss Ladera Johnson, who is one of our panelists, but she also has Blue Lifestyle Dance and Fitness. She's one of our panelists, but she's also doing a Zumba session. So we're super excited to have her to do a Zumba session. And then we're going to go right into our workshops. With our workshops, we have Miss Rashida Carr with Us Helping Us. We're also going to have some HIV and STI testing. I'm talking too fast. We're going to have some STI testings. And then one of the great things that I'm super excited about is that it's done in a safe space. Momma Safe Haven, that's our mission, is to provide a safe space for individuals to heal from trauma. And so that's what this is all about, is to provide space. We also have Miss Christy Webster. We got to bring Miss Webster back. She's doing her It's All About You workshop for our parents. Miss Rashida Carr will be doing a workshop for our teen girls. Then we also have Miss Arkita Hammond, who is a OG initiative, the Alliance of Concerned Men OG initiative, and a youth advocate. So she'll be working with our youth doing vision boards and art therapy. And so we're super excited about that. And then we're going to bring it all back together from our breakout sessions and get into a panel discussion. So our panelists will be up, and that will be hosted by our youth, Kiera. So we're super excited that Kiera Gamble, 11 years old, will be moderating our panel discussion on Saturday. So it's really about empowering our youth. If you all don't know, I'm also an author. So we'll also be doing a book signing. I just ordered a ton of books. So you will be able to purchase a copy of my book. If you don't have a copy of my book, it's entitled He Kept Me. I wrote this book back in 2011 of how, God just kept me in the midst of the storm. It was just so much going on, but being able to hold on to fasting and praying. That was, if I have to kind of like channel it to one thing that really kind of helped me out during those times with that whole He Kept Me, was being able to go within and knowing that the strength was always already there. And I just had to believe in myself. And that was brought out by me fasting, and fasting being meaning to deny my flesh and to put my flesh under submission. And that was one of the things that I think that really helped me get over a lot of different obstacles that I felt may have taken me out had I not know how to deny my flesh and be able to go within and to believe that it's bigger than what I see right now, but to believe in something bigger, right? And so that's what this book is about, was being able to articulate that and put it in words, and would love for everyone to read it. Is a really good read. And I'm not just saying this because I'm the author, but those who have read the book, some have been inspired to go on and write their own story, because this is my true story. So if you want to get some information about me, you can read this book. Like I said, I wrote it back in 2011, so it is another one that's due. But I'm super excited about this book just because a lot of people, 75% of the people that read my book always said that they learned something, that it helped them. It's a book that teen girls need to read. So this is one of our reads for our talk for our teen girls. So everyone in our teen group gets a copy of this book. But it will be on sale on Saturday for $25, and I'll be there to sign it for you. So yeah, so super excited to be able to host a book signing on Saturday as well. So it's really a lot going on. Want to definitely give a major thank you to the Players Lounge. We will be getting food from the Players Lounge, so they'll be feeding us for lunch. Pearl's Bagel, want to give a shout out to Pearl's Bagel for providing us with bagels for our continental breakfast. It's a lot that we have going on, and we give God all of the glory here at Momma Safe Haven. And so super excited. When I think about what happened this summer, guys, I'm a transition. I do have some guests that's coming on, and I'm giving them some time. Let me see. All right, guys. What I am going to do right now is shift gears and show you all a trailer to our upcoming mini series. I've been getting a lot of inquiries about this film. And just so you all know, it is free to come out to the movie premiere. However, we have it on Eventbrite for you go girls. So we would like to get a head count. So if you can go to Eventbrite and get your ticket on Eventbrite, that will be great. But this is where we will be hosting our 7th annual You Go Girl Female Transformational Conference. And I am super excited about the lives that will be transformed at this conference. But this summer, we had the great opportunity, like every summer, Momma Safe Haven, we focus on writing. We do conflict resolution with our youth. We partner with the Marionberry Summer Youth Employment Program, and we employed 50 youth, 25, 14 to 15 year olds, and we had 25, 18 to 21 year olds this summer. And when I tell you, it was nothing short of amazing how we were able to execute our goals, and no one was harmed. It was one of those things that I just give God the glory for, because we had a partnership also with DC Central Kitchen, and DC Central Kitchen provided us with 60 breakfasts and 60 lunches a day, Monday through Friday. So our 18 to 21 year olds were their job was to feed the community. So they were to go out in the community, let them know about our feeding program, and make sure that the community had the meals that was coming in. And then we had our 14 and 15 year olds, and we did our DC Film Life Film School. DC Film Life is an opportunity for us to bring film to our city, and offer it to our youth in a way where they can understand it and on a level. And every summer with the Marionberry Summer Youth Employment Program, for that 6 weeks, we come together, we create a script, we do the casting, and many of you all saw some of the flyers that went out about casting this summer, and partnership with Jawan St. Charles. I cannot say enough about Mr. St. Charles. He is truly a role model young man for all of DC's young men. And I'm super excited to have him on our DC Film Life team. Jawan St. Charles is out of River Terrace. He graduated from Woodson. That senior year, he came to our Summer Youth Employment Program, DC Film Life, and he went on to go to college in New Orleans to study film. 4 years later, he graduated went into the military and have his film degree. When we received support from the Department of Parks and Recs, we were able to hire Jawan St. Charles to come in and to be the director of photography for our DC Film School. He also facilitated our film school, although he was stationed in Kansas in the military. He was able to do the program via Zoom and took a 2-week break and came home to the city to meet the youth in person and to film our movie, Dream Big Anyway. And so I'm super excited with the direction of Jawan St. Charles with photography. I directed the film with my assistant director, Jaden Davis, which is a 14-year-old youth, and also had assistance with writing. I wrote the script, but Layla Brown is also a 14-year-old youth who added just some tweaks to the script. And yeah, super excited. Shout out to Kermit Meredith, an amazing actor, and he's a producer. He's someone who does music. So not only did he play a part in the film, but he also went in the studio and made a soundtrack for us. So we got a nice soundtrack on this film. Super excited about that. Brought my niece Brashana in. So Bree with the T. Bree with the T is in this film. Want to give a shout out to Lacey Lace. My girl Lacey came in and she's playing my mom in the film. It's a really good film, guys. I'm telling you, want to give a shout out to Mr. Hodge. He's actually an acting coach. And so he was able to come and snatch up a small part in the film. The film is, it's a mini series that we're doing. We're still having different series that's coming out. The next one will be released in February. So we're super excited about that. And so right now, what I am going to do, I am going to show you all the trailer to the movie. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna show you all the trailer to the film, Dream Big Anyway. And we just giving God the glory. Because no matter what they say, God gets all the glory, guys. It's crazy if you're thinking I'm lazy. Think again, my friend, I'm here to win. It's about damn time for me to get my shine. 10 toes down, I'm on the grind, get mine. 10 toes down, I'm on the grind. What happened to you, Rose? You had big dreams, becoming the first doctor out of Ben and Pop. Life happened, and reality set in. You was destined for greatness, Rose. I see it in your baby girl, too. Don't shoot her dreams down like you let others do. And do you think your life turned out any better? Who are you to judge me after I raised your daughters without your support? You got locked up when I was 6 months pregnant with our second child. I did the best that I could with the money you left under the mattress. And your street cred only got us for so far. Remember, while you was locked away with 3 hats and a cot, I was out here grinding and still is. All right, guys, that right there was, sorry, guys. That right there is the film. That's the trailer, guys. I'm gonna tell you guys, I am super excited. Like I said, I wrote this script. Um, this film touches on so many different topics. You see that the title is Dream Big Anyway. But this is one of those films that deals with a lot of issues that so many people are dealing with. I was a little skeptical when I wrote the script. You know how we get a lot of backlash, and I'm one that talks about these different films that come out having a negative, depicting women in a negative light. And so one of the things that I thought about, because it was important for me to write on this topic, um, one, because I dealt with the situation, I knew that other people were dealing with the situation. And then another piece of it was, I stumbled across the movie that came out back in 1974, before I was even born. This movie had came out, and it was dealing with the same issue, which was that family toxicity, right? Where you dealing with, you having toxicity in your home, where your own mother, your sisters, you have people who are supposed to, and in a normal makeup of family, you have it where they are supportive, you have it where they are encouraging, nurturing, but in some families you have it where people are just toxic, where they do not want, your happiness irritates them. And so that is one of the things that we dealt with in this short film. We also dealt with some trafficking. It's a lot with the mothers knowing about their child, or even being the one who coerced their child into these relationships that can turn into sex trafficking, basically. And so that's what I'm excited about. Although, like I said, it gets raw when it comes down to depicting the women. Has that raw personality, but I think it's so needed in order to get the message across and what it is that we want to address. And so it is going somewhere. It leaves on a cliffhanger. So for those who are planning to come out and see the film, I don't want to have anybody surprised. Y'all going to leave wanting to know what happened next. And that's one of the things that I'm really excited about with this film, is that it leaves a few open, for you to wonder what is the next series, what is the next segment is going to be about. And so super excited. Want to give a major shout out to all of the cast and crew. Again, this was youth who were behind the camera, so it's not and I don't want to put the film down, but I don't want it to, I want you all to keep in mind also that these were youth who were doing the filming. So you might see a little shaking of the camera and things like that. But when I tell you, for them to be their first time doing the film, these are first time filmmakers. They were under my direction. But at the same time, I wanted them to have that full experience. And so I am very proud, and again, of Jawan St. Charles and how he was able to grab everything. Like I said, he was only here for 2 weeks. So when he got back to Kansas, he got started on editing. And when I tell you, it wasn't easy, because we got a lot of bloopers, because we had a lot of fun. Wait till y'all see, we did some interviews and different things like that, so y'all will see some behind the scenes. But there was a lot of bloopers, it was a lot of do-overs, so it was a lot of footage for him to have to comb through to edit and put this film together. And I must say, I am truly impressed. I am proud of Jawan and his growth. And you can see the growth from when his first film that he did with us, which is the documentary that we did on gentrification in DC. And I'll show you all that film on Monday. But I think that one of the quotes that come to my mind is, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Okay, so I know when people wanting to get things going, they want to have everything all together, and everything got to be in place, and you got to have this, and yes, that's important, but to wait for all of that to get going sometimes can be the reason why you don't get it going. I'ma just say that. I like to put the cart before the horse. I'm just one of those crazy faith people. That I have crazy faith that if something is downloaded on me and it's pressing on me, that I'm gonna do it just because I believe that it was put in me for me to do. So all of the resources and what I need to make it happen is going to show up. And that's how I encourage you all to believe in yourself and not to doubt yourself. And that is one of the things that the film is about. It's dream big anyway. It's about a young girl, River, who it's her last year in high school. Her dad owned a chain of barbershops, but he was murdered, unfortunately, and when she was younger. And her goal is to own her own salon, and get her mom out of the hood. But not only did she find out about her God-given talents to do hair, she did not know that she was going to have to fight up against her family to achieve her goals. So that's what it's about. It's about a young girl who's fighting to be all that she could be, and her biggest enemies live right in the house with her. And so super excited. I'm going to post another trailer. The sister scene. The sister scene is something, y'all. So I'm excited about just getting feedback from everybody about the film. Um, Also want to encourage everyone. We know that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So with our You Go Girl conference, we will be, of course, talking about health, and because health is wealth. So we want to make sure that you are doing what you have to do to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. That is very important. Checking in with yourself. I know I talked a little bit about fasting, but that's one of the things in this film that we deal with. Is it's surrounded around women, although there are men counterparts, of course, in the film. But it's based around how women relate to each other, and that is one of the biggest things that I want people to pay attention to in this film. Is the dynamic of the relationships. Want to give a shout out to my sister Tressa Azarel. She's doing great big things in the film industry. I am a part of her Access Granted mentee program, and so I'm learning a lot about how to do a lineup, and how to pitch to movie producers and production companies. So super excited. Who knows how far this film may go, but again, I am very, very pleased and proud of all of the cast and crew, and what they did with this film. Is going to be really, really great. So yes, guys, we have a panel. It looked like I had one of my guests is backstage. Let's see. Guys, let me tell you guys, I told you a little bit about Miss Christy Webster. Miss Christy Webster is the founder and owner of But One Love Diamond. And But One Love Diamond does so much when it comes down to partnership and workshops, and when it comes down to trauma informed information. So I think she's ready. You ready, Miss Christy? All right, she got her camera on. We are ready to go. Hey, Miss Christy.
Greetings, greetings. Thanks for having me, Miss Beverly.
Oh wow, it's so awesome to have you here. It's so good to see you. How you been?
It's good to be alive. Good to be alive.
Okay. I am
Good
excited
to be
about
alive.
that because you have so much to give to the people.
Yes, yes. So
Tell
I'm the
everybody.
owner.
Go
My
ahead.
name is my name is Christy Webster. I'm the owner of Bold But One Love Diamond. And I'm so excited about doing my presentation. It's all about
Mm.
you exploring your developmental concepts. And I'll go into a little bit of detail more later. I'm an early intervention specialist. That's why I do what I do, early intervention working with children, youth, and their families from the ages of 0 to 3, the early brain development age. And I designed this presentation called It's All About You, Exploring Your Developmental Concepts, because as a whole person, we're made up into these different parts: our social skills, intellectual skills, our emotional skills, and our physical skills. And what I have learned as a 40+ year educator, retired educator, getting ready to go back into the classroom,
Okay.
I feel they need me out there. So I designed this presentation called Exploring Your Developmental Concepts, so us as adults will know more about ourselves. It's a self-reflective journalizing piece that really goes deep into who you are: your social you, your physical you, your intellectual you, and your emotional you.
Mm.
And this weekend at the presentation, I mean at this weekend at the You Go Girl conference, I will be presenting It's All About You, this workshop. And what we'll do is go into detail about each of those developmental concepts. And because I'm an early intervention specialist, before I even dive into that, I have to tell you a little bit about my passion of working with children 0 to 3 and why it's so important. A lot of people don't realize 85% of our brain, 85% of a baby's brain develops between the ages of 0 to 5. 0 to 5, 85% of your brain is developing, depending on the experiences you get. Whether you get a lot of experiences as a baby, infant, or no experiences at all. And I think that is where the gap in education comes in, because some of our children don't get as much experience as some of the other children do. So when you break up those developmental concepts, your social you, your physical you, and your intellectual you, I spent all of my career observing and assessing young children. And I realized when the children start to get to the age of 5, kindergarten, we stop the development of self when we focus on academics, which is I don't have a problem with, because educated for life, reading and math, those are important skills we have to learn. But when you lose the sense of self, think about that. When you lose your sense of self. And so as I'm working with parents, I realize the parents, they don't know about this developmental concepts: social, emotional, physical, and intellectual. And so I started this presentation to break down those so you can reflect on your own developmental concept, your social skills, how you relate to society and relate with other people, your intellectual skills. Girl, how long do I go? Do I need to do this presentation?
I'm gonna tell you something. When that information that you just shared, I know for a fact. I definitely don't want you to do the whole presentation, but when it's naturally coming out of you like that, I don't get in the way of it, honey. I believe in flow. I was just saying that.
Okay,
That
okay.
is a good flow, because I really feel it's important to allow that flow to happen. The information when it comes down, I am an early childhood educator. My whole
Yes.
background is early childhood. I love circle time, getting down on the floor. I
Awesome.
love the babies. Shout out to Edward C. Mazik Parent Child Center, Southeast Child
Okay,
Development
okay.
Center. Those was where I got my CDA from, and got my degree in early childhood development administration. And
Yes.
so it is important. So to hear you talk about it, and I know your passion for it, right?
Yes.
One of
Yeah,
the things
right,
I
right.
realize is things that come easy to us, or the things that is maybe second knowledge that we know is new to other people.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I want
Thank you.
you to be free
Thank
to
you.
share that information, because that is really where the power is. That's all we can do, is give to others, because when we do that,
Yes.
we're in that receiving position. And
And
so
use your knowledge.
that's so
Well, that's a
important for our
God-given
people.
talent.
Yeah, I want everybody out there, if you have information to go out into the community, please Send an email.
because everybody's got something to say, and what you have to say
Absolutely.
is important. What you have to say is important, like Miss Beverly said, and that's why I love the partnership with you, because you bring out the best in people and
Yeah.
giving them a chance to use their voice.
It's
Yes, so
so important.
thank you for that. I
And with
appreciate
that
it.
being said, let me give a shout out to the Voices of Black Mothers United. The Voices of Black Mothers United, we're doing our student pledge also at the You Go Girl Female Transformational Conference, where
Okay.
we getting our youth to sign a pledge as it relates to gun safety. So giving our youth a voice to speak on how they've been affected by um gun violence and just community violence as a whole. um that was one of the things I wanted, was to make sure when people come on, was to give them that opportunity to give what they have, you know. And I know you have so much, Miss Chrissy. Like you said, did you say, I don't want to mess it up, did you say 50
I
years?
I appreciate that. 40 plus years. I'll say 40
Okay,
plus
because I
years.
was about to say 50. Wait a minute. But to God
Yeah.
be the
So I've
glory.
been start I have started my early childhood career when I was 16. I went to
Wow.
Arundel Senior High, and they had a pilot program where it was a home economic program, but it was a pilot program three where they brought 3-year-olds into the community, and they taught us the developmental mount the pretty much the early childhood basics in high school. So I
Mm,
feel blessed to have able to have started intense, deep career and have that long. So I'm not ashamed to say that I'm 64.
come on,
So
God.
from 16 to 64,
Yeah,
it's been it it's been monumental for me
yeah.
to be able to feed off of all of my experience and my education, and to be able to develop this presentation and gear it towards adults, to turn my career from my passion into early intervention hands-on experience. I've worked with children youth families, particular children with developmental challenges, and um, and poverty stricken babies,
Hmm.
particularly because those are the most vulnerable in our society.
Yeah,
And to be able to reach parents and give them the knowledge of what an educator does
yeah.
in the classroom, because I'm just showing them what we do in the classroom so they can advocate for their child theirself. So now I'm out of the classroom, but I'm reaching a bigger population of people that could actually go into the community and do the work. When you learn to observe those different pieces of a child's development, then it's easier for you to see where a child needs help at, and even as an adult where we might need help at
Mm.
within our developmental skills.
That is so awesome. So y'all hear that? That's some of the stuff that you all will get at the conference this Saturday. If you're coming out and coming to Miss Christie's workshop, I'm telling you guys, this is not our first time coming together to do this workshop, and people are transformed coming out of those workshops. It's definitely an opportunity for you to dig deeper within yourself and to see, to pull out the best of who you are. And Miss Christie does a really great job of that, because it's all about you. I'm excited, Miss
It's
Christie.
all about you.
I'm
And be prepared to journalize and write. Just be prepared to reflect on your past, your present, and your future. It's a self-awareness, self-reflective, and particularly it's a way for self-care. Putting all the pieces together, and our favorite, Miss Beverly, is the vision boards.
I love vision boards, y'all. I'm telling you, I have probably about 7 vision boards up in my house right now, and I'm
Yes.
making
See
another
mine
one.
behind me? Yep.
I see. Oh, is that two back there?
Yes,
I
yes. I
love
do
it.
one every 10 years, and I'm working on one now because you encouraged me a couple of years ago.
Well, to God be the glory. I'm telling you guys, you never know how your life can affect someone else, a word or anything, because I'm saying this from experience. And I have grown to the point where I can say this. and not feel some kind of way about it, right? Because I didn't know how to receive when people say, girl, what you said, girl, it helped me, it changed me. People, you never know. And I'm sharing this because I wasn't aware of how much of an effect that I can have on other people. And you all out there have that same ability, and we affecting people either way, guys. To be honest, either way, we having an effect on people. But thank you, Miss Christie, for even just sharing that and being around those people that can say, "Hey, girl, you know what you said helped me." And that right there is the push sometimes that we need to keep going and to keep saying and to keep helping. So this You Go Girl Transformational Conference is really for us to find out more about ourselves, and we can see ourselves in others. And that's what it is with you as well, Miss Christie. I've learned so much from you in your workshops and just how you move with your granddaughters and things. So it's that iron sharpening iron, which is so needed, it's so important in this day. And our theme for our You Go Girl this year is rebuilding the community through partnership. And so that's one thing that I'm excited about, because we can't do nothing by ourselves. We ain't doing it by ourselves either way. Even if you're only standing alone, you definitely are not alone. But I think it's time for us to be really intentional about rebuilding a community through partnership.
Thank you, Miss Beverly. You go, girl.
You go, girl. Now, I'm gonna let you go in a minute, but I want to wait a minute, where you go at? Oh, there you go. I'm gonna let you go in a minute, but I want you to just close out with just sharing um something that they can walk away with for those who might not be able to make it out. I know you have something else coming up too. If they can't come out to Saturday, what if they want you to do some stuff? How can they contact you? How can they see you somewhere else? And just a tip or something you can share with them. Oh, you're muted.
Okay. This is kind of like Zoom.
It
Can I
is.
can I share my screen?
Do it
Oh wait.
say that on there?
Um
We're going to have to set that up another time because we don't have that much
okay.
time.
So my email address, you can reach me at bold, BOLD, early intervention, bold early intervention at gmail.com. You can reach me at 240-318-6678. 240-318-6678. Particularly, I want to say that I am a special education consultant, and one of the things that's important for me is that our parents understand the IEP process. So if you're going through some confusion about the IEP process, please give me an email and I can help you work through and help you gain more understanding. Now, one of the things that we do at the end of the presentation is do a characteristic poem. And a characteristic poem is the letters of your name written down, and do characteristics. Like for C, I would say colored, chocolate, chocolate bean, chocolate drop. And so that is a way of reflecting on yourself, your own personal characteristics of the letters of your name. So that's one of the things. If you didn't want to do a vision board, you could focus on, just to be able to focus on on yourself. The characteristic poem is the letters of your name written down, and then find characteristics for each of the letters of your name. It's another way to reflect on yourself and how you feel about yourself. It's a characteristic poem. So I'd like to leave you with that, and we can work on some of those too at the end of the workshop. It's
I
all
love it.
about
We
you.
did that. We did that at Massanutten. That was really nice. Remember, you came out to Massanutten and we did that.
Yes.
That was so
Yes.
awesome. I'm telling you guys. It's nothing like a good partnership, guys. We can come together, impact lives. Okay. And Miss Christie, I appreciate you so much. Looking for her granddaughters are performing, guys.
Oh, yes, and they are ready. They are ready. You know, they love to dance and choreograph some moves.
Okay. And you know how we love to put the kids on stage.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love it.
So
I love it. I love it. So thank
I'm so
you.
excited about that, and that's one of the things I like to do. In part, the reason why I like the partnership with you, because
Mm.
you have generations of different ages, a variety of children working on different things to do, from the children to the adults,
Yeah.
and just learning a little bit about them. Just placing that seed
Yeah.
and helping them to grow. Just that piece of knowledge. There's that little mustard seed, that
Okay.
piece of knowledge that will expand and um and bring memories later on
Yeah.
in adulthood.
Yeah. I appreciate you for
Thank you,
that.
Miss
And like I
Beverly.
said, it's been a faith walk, to continue. Even with this one, just being honest, I had to always check in and say, Lord God, what do you have us do? What does this look like? And so this year we're super excited. If do you have to go, Miss Christie? Are you good? Miss Christie? Are you
No,
on
I'm
mute?
good.
Okay, great. So
Yes, yes.
just wanted to share just a little history, and that's what I'm gonna do at the event. I'm super excited just to go back a little bit with where we started, because this is our 7th annual. And for me, every time the You Go Girl comes around, it's kind of bittersweet for me as well, because we started in 2018 was the first one, and we were at Charles Hart Middle School, which is my alma mater. Shout out to Principal Strickland. Principal Strickland gave us the whole, let us utilize the school for the conference. So we had the cafeteria and the whole bottom level for classrooms to use for our breakout session, and then we had performances upstairs in the auditorium. So it was one of those things where we were able to engage more people. But since then, with COVID coming around, we moved it to going into Bus Boys and Poets, because we couldn't get into the schools anymore. And so Bus Boys and Poets is a smaller space. We utilize UPO, which is a nice size space. So we were able to utilize that space. But this year, I'm super excited about our partnership with Us Helping Us, who will also be there to provide, like I said, the STI testing, HIV. Rashida Carr will be doing sex education with our teen girls. And we will be at the Thurgood Marshall Center for Service and Heritage. And I want to give you all a little history about this space, because it means a lot to me, and to Mama Safe Haven, to be in this historic building. It's a historic building that we will be in, and I am super excited. Just a little history about this center. This center is the very first African American YMCA. And this building is located in a historic Howard University area. And so, it's right by Howard Theater, where Black actors and actresses would come and perform, but they couldn't stay in the hotels. This building is where the Black people, the Black performers, when they came in town, this is the building and where they would stay at. And they even have the rooms where the guests will stay. They have them set up just as it was back in this 50s and the 60s. So I am super excited. We were able to partner with the organization to have it transformed into a nice space. So super excited about that, guys. We are moving on up. And one of the things I want to do is share the history of Thurgood Marshall Center with the people as we are honoring individuals with a Black Wall Street Award. Again, we're honoring Ben's Chili Bowl. So they are a sponsor of this event, and they are a proud sponsor of Mama Safe Haven and our grieving mothers. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. I'm super excited. Um, One of the other things is that we had put in for I think we actually, and I'm saying this loosely, and I don't know why I'm shaking when I'm saying this, but although this is a free show, we have no more tickets available. Um, and I'm saying it's shaking only because you know how sometimes people get tickets and don't show up. But if you go on Eventbrite and if they have some tickets available on Eventbrite, I want you to go ahead and grab them. But the last time I checked, it looked like we probably only had like maybe 7 to 8 tickets left. And I think it's because people are bringing people with them, which is a good thing. We always want people to bring people with them. And then because we're doing a 3-in-1 event, so it's not just the You Go Girl, we're doing the film. And then we're also doing the Black Wall Street with Mr. Donnie Glover with bmorenews.com. Um, so I want to thank Miss Christy Webster for being a guest on the show. Miss Christy, we moving on up, Miss Christy. Truly appreciate you for being a guest on the show.
Be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, it is definitely an honor. I'm looking forward to seeing the girls and you all coming out and all of the families that's going to be there. Jawan can't be there, but his grandmother will be there. So the youth who did the film will be there, and some of our mentees will be there for um, our session. So looking forward to it. Thank you again, Miss Christy. Y'all see her contact information is
You're
on
welcome.
the screen.
Yes, I do individual presentations as well as group presentations. My favorite, of course, is in live group presentations, but I do them on Zoom also.
Mhm.
Thanks.
Thank you. So, guys, please make sure you go send her an email. There's her phone number 240-318-6678. If you want to make it
Yep.
to the event, go on Eventbrite, get those last couple of tickets. Because we have the Players Lounge is feeding us, and I don't want people sitting there without no food. Because I want to make sure everyone can eat. So get your tickets, get your tickets. It's a free show. So make sure you get your tickets and you can come out and see Miss Christy and attend the workshop.
Peace.
So thank you again, Miss Christy. You have a blessed day.
You too, everybody.
Yes. All right, guys. That was Miss Christy. And so we are super excited, guys. Like I said, partnerships are key. Mama Safe Haven, we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we are accepting donations. We are in need of donations to support our programs. And that's one of the things that we are going to start doing more of is promoting and asking for donations. So we definitely want to give a shout out again to Ben's Chili Bowl. We want to thank Pearl's Bagel. We want to thank the Alliance of Concerned Men, Us Helping Us, UPO, just to name a few of our sponsors who have supported our programs and services, and who are sponsors for our You Go Girl Female Transformational Conference. But if you would like to send and support our programs, you can send a tax deductible donation through Cash App, or if you want to go to our website, you can go to our website and you can go right and click to our donate button, and that goes right to our PayPal. And we are always looking for volunteers. So if you are someone who is interested in providing services to the community, we are a great organization that is connected to the underserved population. And so we are always looking for mentors who can support our youth in our tutoring program that we do Monday through Wednesday. And we also still have slots available for you. We have maybe 2 slots available for you. Right now, we're taking youth ages with grades, first grade through 6th grade. We're only focusing on that younger age right now because we're being intentional about the educational piece that we're providing. So, let me make sure I put the information up for Momma Safe Haven, because we definitely want you to go to the website. If you know of a family or someone who are in need of some support, we have resources. We are connecting people with resources in the community. We have several community partners who provide food. If you know someone who needs diapers, we are a resource center. We do not house the things in our center. However, we are in partnership with DC Central Kitchen and other organizations. Our goal is to be a resource hub for those in need of resources and services. So super excited, guys. Let's see. I have 4 more minutes. I am going to end the show with just thanking Donnie Glover with BeMoreNews.com, BlackUSA.news. Super excited about tomorrow. Although our event is Saturday, we know that the event is Saturday, October the 26th for our You Go Girl Female Transformational Conference. I will be at Howard University tomorrow. Donnie Glover, I will be receiving a Black Wall Street Award tomorrow at the Howard University event. So I'm super excited about that, guys. I'll post a flyer on the page. I want you all to also go into YouTube. Go to YouTube, and I want you to subscribe to Momma Safe Haven Studios so you can stay up on all of our upcoming events, our videos. I'll be posting my show there. We also had the Blue Heat show. We have youth who are creating a show called Let's Talk About It, which is going to be very great. I don't already saw the layout and some of the topics that they're going to be discussing. All of that will be uploaded on Momma Safe Haven Studios. So make sure you go and check it out, guys. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Momma Safe Haven Studios. Um, Definitely go check that out. And also make sure that if you are in the giving mood, you can cash out Momma Safe Haven for a tax deductible donation at $Bev Francis 111. Okay, guys. Do not cash out Momma Safe Haven. That one was hacked. So we had to create another one. But you will see the house pop up when you put that in. You will see our logo. You'll see this logo up here pop up when you go to Cash App. But this is a free event. All of our events are free for the community, and we always are accepting donations. So if you would like to, again, support our organization with a monetary tax deductible donation, you can do so via Cash App. You can go to PayPal. If you go to PayPal, you can send it to our email at info@mommasafehaven.org. And that's a great way for you to be able to sow a good seed into the community. We are doing the work. We have plenty of testimonies for you all. We also are putting together more sponsorship packages for people who would like to be a yearly sponsor of Momma Safe Haven, and some of those things that come with you being a part of our community board. So we're also putting together a community board, but definitely want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Beverly Smith Show. I want to thank Miss Christie for being a guest on the show. Make sure that you all are doing what you have to do to love on yourself. You are important, okay? That is what I want to leave you all with, is knowing that the way you feel is important. So do not allow anyone who say they love you to, encourage you to ignore your feelings or how you feel about yourself. Is your thing. It's called self-esteem. So you have to esteem yourself. I love you all. Be good to yourself, okay? And have a blessed day. Peace. Yeah.